Well, hey there, y'all. Welcome back. It's Sunday afternoon. This morning, y'all saw me do some bell peppers, stuffed bell peppers. Thank you for tuning in to Country Boy Cooking. Again, 2 videos in one day. I uploaded a third one earlier today, and it was the cupcakes that we had to do a while back for the boys' blue and gold ceremony, for the Arrow of Light ceremony. I'm sorry. Well, today, or for tonight, we're actually going to do sauteed chicken with roasted potatoes. I've already got the potatoes in there, and it's very simple. You cut up your potatoes, throw a couple of spices on it, salt, pepper, garlic salt. You know I love them garlic. And then after you do that, you drizzle it with some oil, throw them in the oven, let them roast off for about an hour. They've been going for about 30 minutes now. What we're going to do, we're going to take your chicken here. I've seasoned them up earlier today, but before I get going, I'm going to season it up with some oregano. I have salt, pepper, garlic salt, actually granulated garlic. We can set it in there. We've been letting it marinate for a few hours now. We went out to Rebounders earlier for a birthday party. Boys had a daggone good time. I've used my new camera, taking pictures, and it was a good time. My mother-in-law is actually watching me for my first video tonight, so it's threw that one in on me. What we're going to do, we're going to take our chicken. We like to make our chicken fairly evenly, because if your chicken's fat on one end and skinny on the other, it's going to cause for some uneven cooking. One end will be burnt up and all dried out, like somebody I know is cooking. But then, on the other hand, you get it all nice and flat. It all cooks evenly. You're good to go. I'm using raw chicken. When you're using raw chicken, make sure you wash your hands fairly frequently. Yeah, I've been wanting to do this one for a while now. Like I said, I've just been busy getting things going. But with this, here you want to get your pan hot, which I had been getting it hot earlier before we started this video. But you get the pan hot. After your pan gets hot, you put your oil in. Once your oil gets hot, which it's probably there now, we're going to turn that up a little bit. Once that pan gets hot, the oil gets hot, you throw your chicken in there. And it's not your typical fried chicken. We're taking it, we're going to spoon the hot oil onto the chicken. That way it covers the whole thing at one time, and it's cooking from the outside in, and it's not just cooking from the bottom and being smothered in that chicken and that grease. And afterwards, we're going to do a reduction sauce, and we're going to be taking that chicken, defatting the pan, and then we're going to make a really good reduction sauce. So what we've done here is taking this, just spooning that grease all over it. Once we just keep spooning this on here, then you can turn it back up. You can let it cook on the bottom a little bit, and then at the same time, every once in a while, you want to lift it back up, and you're going to start spooning it. Yes, I said spooning it. I had some people. Okay, just hit done. JB's trying to do a couple different things for me at the same time, but I posted a video earlier on that guy Ryan's Upchurch post, and when I did, a couple people actually responded to the video saying they liked it, so I really appreciate that. And as we're doing this, the top of the chicken here is starting to change that pink color to a white color. Basically, it's cooking, and it's going. Once you cook it, you're going to let it rest for a little bit, and that gives us time to make that reduction sauce while it's cooking. While this is resting, we have time to cook that reduction sauce, and everything just blends in together. That reduction sauce is basically the sook, or the leftover, that chunky, nasty meat stuff that people call burnt stuff. It's the bottom of that. It's all that. After you take your grease and we pour the grease out, you're going to throw about half a cup of, I'm going to use Marcella cooking wine. You can use red wine, you can use whatever, sherry wine. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Marcella. We're going to pour about half a cup in there. We're going to let that reduce. And while that's reducing, we're going to take a wooden spoon and we're going to scrape the bottom of that out and get all them chunky sook pieces loosened up and going. And then once that reduces down to about a quarter of a cup, we're going to throw onions in there and let that be reducing at the same time. Once that reduces, we can throw in our chicken broth that I've been cooking that off earlier this day. We got some chicken broth ready to go. And then we're going to let that reduce down to about half a cup. Well, about a quarter cup really. Just like a nice thick syrupy type substance. And once you do that, you take it off the heat. You start throwing in some different spices that you want, herbs that you want. And then you throw in some butter and you just keep doing it. You stir your butter in there until it's nice and smoothie type. You can strain it and then add your butter, which that's probably what we're going to do. We're probably going to strain it and then add our butter. But I ran out of space on my phone while JB was doing what he's doing. But I'll bring this in a little bit. Maybe you can see the changing of the color. We'll get this bad boy nice cooked up. Always, always, always cook your chicken all the way through, because you don't want that sickness to get you. Tell you what, man, we had a really, really good time out there today watching them boys play on the trampoline at Rebounders. They had a dodgeball game going. I got a couple pretty good pictures of them. If you're on my Facebook page, you can, I'll post the pictures there later on. You can see the boys having a good time. But this chicken's looking really good. I guess I should have battered it up a little bit, you know. Have a brown texture to it. Doing this, you should not have to flip it. But I might flip it just to see how the bottom looks. And once you spoon it for a while, you can take it and move the chicken around. Oh yeah, that's getting a nice brown color. So right towards the end, I'll take it and I'll flip it and let the bottom sound brown really good. So we're getting some good soot going here. Grease popping. I learned this trick in school. I'm sure other people have been doing it for a while. And I learned it. I like doing chicken this way. Hope everybody tries my recipes. I hope everybody enjoys my recipes. Hope they enjoy my videos. You know, we always want to live life and enjoy life and just be yourself. You know, don't try to be somebody that you're not. I think another video, I'm going to have a couple of boys in here with me doing something. I don't know yet. Might let them cook breakfast one day. JB likes doing his pancakes. Now that I flipped it, I bring it back over there for you. See the brown texture there. Nice and brown. We're going to let the bottom cook off a little bit. But in the meantime, like I said, we have your butter. We got some onions over here. And then this is going to be my bowl that I pour my grease off in. But like the shirt says, I may live in Virginia, but I'm always in Bama country. And then I got other chicken that we're going to cook off for the boys and for everybody else here later on. Got the potatoes cooking there for now. Those should be ready to go here shortly. Grease is popping, just popping everywhere. I'll tell you what, that camera that I got, I really, really enjoy using that thing. Does some good, takes some really good pictures. And I've been out of photography for a while now. But I've been applying and applying for more of those food shows and all that other good stuff that we got to do. So hopefully, with you sharing my videos and getting other people from all over the country, spread it everywhere that you know to spread it. And get it out there. I might start up a Twitter page just for people to pass it on that way. Hands get a little tired doing it that. We'll get another one out too. Gotta love my chicken plates. I love my chicken plates. It's hot. Boy, I tell you, it's hot. Alright, so now the chicken's cooked off. I'm gonna let it sit back over there and rest. Pour our grease out. Throw in the wine. A little hard to open. I'm gonna let that reduce down and down and down. Get that wooden spoon out and oh man, that wine. Oh. The wooden spoons, cook that off. Right, so now that we scrubbed the soot off the bottom, we're going to throw in our onions. But in the meantime, it takes that nice. While that's reducing down, I got some potatoes here. A little overdone, but still, I love them. Nothing special about them. I mean, it's just potatoes. You roast them, spicing. You can just see that it's reducing and turn the heat up a little bit to reduce it faster. Now once we do that, we're going to let that reduce down, throw in this chicken stock, we're going to reduce that down. And when it's nice and thick, we can take it and we'll strain it out, throw some butter in it. It'll be very nice and delicious. And this is the part that takes a while. It's reducing. It takes a few minutes. So this video there's going to be a lot of me standing around, but I'm going to edit that out. That way we can just straight see the good stuff. And with the pan being as big as it is, it should not take us long. I mean, with this electric oven, it's going to take longer, obviously. But if we had that gas stove, it'd heat it up real fast. I wish it was sunny outside right now. I got this done earlier because we'd just done it outside. Karma. My wife came in here trying to steal my M&Ms and she took them off the counter. And guess what? She dropped them. That's what she gets for taking my chocolate. Never trust a skinny chef. That's why this bad boy is all around. That's what she gets for dropping my chocolates. She shouldn't have taken my chocolates. Those are my chocolates. And she stole them. And karma is a what? Yep. Sign rhymes with a witch. But reduction sauces I love doing, but this is part that kind of really aggravates me with them. With these electric ovens, it takes a while to do. And I don't like taking a while to do a whole lot of stuff. In school, I was a fast cook, fast chef, whatever you want to call it. Getting in there and I was doing my thing. Working it, doing it, getting it going. And all these meals that we cook here at Country Boy Cooking, it's supposed to be simple, I know. But I was taking a little bit of something I learned at school. I'm putting it on a video. Well, I mean, what can you do? You can't do anything about it, right? Come on. But most of them are going to be simple dishes, no time at all, quick and easy. One day I'll have my own show. It's almost reduced down, that way I can throw in the chicken stock and let that reduce even further. People, if you got tips on what you want me to talk about in these shows, I'll talk about them. I love to talk. I love to debate. Debate's one of my biggest things. You know, if people get into a debate and they get pissy with me, That just means I'm winning. I'm getting under your skin. But I love to debate. I might not know everything, but I sure do love to debate. I like to talk about sports. I like to talk about Alabama, obviously, but anything. Tell me what you want to talk about. We'll maybe do a live event one day. And you can see what I'm doing when I do it. That's be about a quarter of a cup. We'll throw in this. Now this is going to take a while, so we'll probably stop it for now. And then I'll add in some more time. Well, like I said, that took a while to let that reduce, but what we have here is a nice dark reduction sauce, and you'll see it on the plate here shortly. I'll take some pictures and put it onto the video clip here, and it'll be in the video. So what we've done is taken our chicken, and what I'll do here is put some. I could have gotten it a little bit more thicker. I should have let it go out just a little bit. But what I'll do is I'll pour some of this reduction sauce over the top of this chicken here. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a very, very good dish of chicken, potatoes. We got a reduction sauce. That probably could have been done a little bit thicker, but it's okay. So what we're going to do now is, you guessed it, I'm going to take a bite of it, and I got to fix this camera. Pardon me. So got us a fork here, and got us some chicken. I'll cut this chicken in pieces for me. The good thing about doing it like that is it's still nice and juicy on the inside, but it has a nice golden crisp on the outside. So when you bite into it, you get a good crisp. You have all the flavors of the salt, the pepper, the garlic. You have, I like that garlic. I got just the goldenness and the crisp of all the flavors uniting together. And then with this reduction sauce, what we've added was that red wine. And it has enough salt in it that I didn't have to season it with salt or pepper or anything. I just put the wine and reduced it with the shallots. Once we reduced it, then we added in that chicken stock. That chicken stock probably was a little bit more salty than it should have been, but it has so much of spices that I didn't have to season it. And once I reduced that down even further, put some butter in it. After I strained it, I put butter in it, letting it thicken up a little bit more, and we called it a day. It could have been a little bit thicker. I would have rathered it, but we're going to take us a bite. We have the potatoes here. We'll rub it into the sauce. Chicken. We'll take us a good, healthy bite. Boy, let me tell you what. Ladies and gentlemen, with all the spices uniting with that reduction sauce, you don't need ketchup on your chicken. You don't need anything on your chicken. That is a very good dish to cook at home. It's kind of fancy, if you want to call it that, but it's really, really good. I'll post a video on just doing reduction sauces, the way you see the whole thing from front to beginning, from front to back, beginning and end, however you want to say it. Well, let me tell you what, this is Chef Bama. You've watched another episode of Country Boy Cooking. Thank you for coming into my home. It was a good dish. I had fun cooking it. Check me out on YouTube. You can tweet me. You can share me on Twitter. You can share me on Facebook. However you want to do it. Share me. Get my name out there. Help me out. Because when I see it, I'll say thank you. I'll mention you in videos. However, but thank you again for coming into my home. Country Boy Cooking, Chef Bama. That was sauteed chicken with a red wine reduction sauce, roasted potatoes. Y'all have a good night. Roll Tide.